Hi everyone, it's the Assyrian Priestess with you. I hope this finds you well. I wanted to do a collective love reading, which I wasn't certain I would do, but I just feel like love is in the air, don't you? And by love, this is all forms of love and all forms of being romantic, meaning finding a sense of renewed being in love with the world. You know, the state of that, state of enchantment. Maybe I'll call this reading the state of enchantment. So let's do a collective love reading. What's in store for us? Okay, so the first card out is the Queen of Arrows, followed by the Fool, followed by the Five of Swords, followed by the Temperance card. You know, the first thing that comes to mind with this for me is there's a new path you wish to go on, but you're using your head over your heart about how to go forward with it. And I say but, that's not a bad thing. It's a clever thing. Queen of Swords, she's the smartest queen in the deck. She is the most strategic queen in the deck, represented by Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. I kind of feel like her archetype, her energy is urging the Fool on and forward, even though there's a lot of daggers of the mind, I call them. The Swords. There's a lot of inner conflict. There's a lot of inner critic. But there's a lot of weighing up too. There's a lot of kind of reminding yourself of everything that could go wrong and, you know, noticing the red flags, basically. The final card is also a number 5 card, which is the Temperance card, which kind of gives me hope that despite all of the red flags and the negatives that may or may not exist in the future, that equilibrium can be found and that something beautiful can be built. Second Queen joins us, fire sign, the Fire Queen, Queen of Wands. This is Aya. And excuse me, we do remember the goddess Ishtar of Arabella, who is the Queen of Swords. So when the smartest queen of the deck plans her strategy, she reminds us that weighing up the negative and the positive will lead to good success. The Fire Queen, she's the most beautiful queen and the most bold, the most courageous. What does she have to tell us about love and enchantment? What does the collective need to know about love and enchantment? I don't usually read 4 in a row, but there you have it. Oh. So I guess this is a message we all need to hear. The bold, the courageous, the beautiful queen says, go for what you want. Aim high. But remember that you need to rest and recover because you've gone through a lot. Judgment in the shadow. You've gone through a lot in your life and you've tended to your wounds well. And I really do see that this 4 and 3 combination links us to the alchemy of the Temperance card, which is the 2 extremes that we've had to go through to become who we are. I can see that, you know, the collective has been hurt. The collective has wounded others. I mean, what a time to be alive. We're all rewriting the rules of love and rewriting the rules of engagement, really, because community and society and family are actually not what we inherited. They are actively being dismantled in front of our eyes, which I think causes a lot of grief. Ace of Pentacles in the shadow. So in saying all that, here's a message. Oh my gosh, look at this. This is awesome. Let me see if I can get these cards into frame. The final outcome here is this. Here is the enchanted couple, the King and the Queen of Pentacles. They're hoping and longing for each other. So, like, despite all of the doom and despite all of the division and conflict that is apparently happening, what is really happening in the hearts of men is a great longing and desire for each other that is based on hope and is based on a sense of enchantment. So I think what this reading is saying is keep believing, keep dreaming, keep wishing upon shooting stars. Because, you know, there's a wake-up call coming for us as a collective. And really, like, for me, the wake-up call is, are we going to buy into this constant messaging that we're getting, that we're divided, that we don't like each other, that we don't trust each other? Because in the real world, which is why I think the King and Queen of Pentacles, who are the earth couple, have come up in the real world. And by real, I mean the world of planting a seed and it grows into fruit that you eat and that you make into a meal for others. You know, the Queen of Discs here is the goddess Justinana. And she is the sister of the Assyrian god Tammuz, and she is the goddess of the grapevine. So if there was a goddess that knows how to plant something and wait and nurture it for it to grow so it can turn into wine, it is her. And look at who she's longing for. The King of Discs. Here, the Assyrian god Ninurta, one of the kindest, most benevolent gods of agriculture and the grain, with his, looks like a hatchet. I don't think it's a hatchet. If someone knows what this ancient tool is, let me know. I know there's a few of you out there who follow my work. You know, he's wearing the royal crown of divinity, the double-horned crown. She's also wearing the crown of divinity, a single-horned crown, you know. There's a wake-up call to go towards each other and to actually wish for the best, actually create the best outcome. Like when we focus on here, Five of Swords, everything that's wrong and everything that could go wrong, we get trapped, you know, into a big headache, into a big nightmare. And there's a lot of people pushing and peddling this right now. Like, you know, doom and gloom and fear sells, I guess. Final card, the universe. Jupiter, the god Enki, coming into full circle, coming into your full being, taking off the masks, man, and being real, you know. And the reason why I say that is because the first queen is the queen of logical thought and strategy, and she overthinks things, for better or worse, right? A friend and I say to each other, we could talk ourselves into or out of literally anything. She's an Aquarius. And then the Queen of Wands also gets it wrong, right? Because when we just go for what we want, bang, sometimes we find ourselves in trouble. Whereas when we wait and we really cultivate something beautiful, we rise like the phoenix. And in the shadow, we do have the Ace of Discs. And, you know, I have heard someone say that the shadow card is the card of the reading. So there's something new that you need to offer this world, and that the world is waiting to offer you. And it is based on something real, not imagined and not desired, but cultivated and crafted. So yeah, let me know if this resonates. I will leave you as always with my love and courage. Until we meet again, bye for now.